You cannot miss today's SimFly news. There are amazing things. We are coming out with the Airbus A350 in two versions. You need to know about this. We are going to clarify some doubts that people are, not very clear about, and there are very interesting questions. They ask me anything section. So come and see SimFly news. See you soon. Hello everybody and welcome to SimFly News. This is Roberto and I bring to you every single week all the news about SimFly. What's going on this week? We are keep going on with tests related to the airplane rental mission. There are so many small things that need to come together, also because we're going to deploy at the same time the airplane rental mission, the reassignment of the percentage of income of airport and airplane between the users, and all the basic for the marketplace. So bear with us, we're working hard, is coming out soon. So we wanted to say thank you for all the feedback we have received in the meanwhile from all of you, and we are also bringing up the new Airbus A350 into version, the 900 and the 1000, and we know that this is an airplane that a lot of people will be waiting for a lot. For those that don't know it, this is the latest model of Airbus, one of the most sophisticated and technological airplane in the world. We are thinking to have it available in the two version in our marketplace by the end of next week. So pay attention to the new things coming out on the marketplace of SimFly. Sometimes there are promotions together with the new items. I don't know if there will be, but maybe keep an eye on it. Then we want to clarify a few things. So this next part of the weekly news is going to be devoted to clarifications. First of all, we saw that a lot of users are flying with no ASECT activated, so this is very important, and maybe these kind of people don't pay attention, so they are not even watching this news, so you can reach out to others. But if you do not activate your airplane, you will not earn packs through the use of the airplane. The airplane is not gonna earn his experience point, and then you can upgrade it. Same thing with airport. If you do not activate the airport, then you can take off and land as many times as you want, but the airport is not gonna collect experience point, and you are not earning packs tokens. So it's very, very important that when you get a new asset, you go to your setting page where there is a new asset, and in the new asset you press the button to activate them. Why this procedure is necessary? Because for some asset like airplane, this is a good moment to choose the tail number, for example, of your airplane. Okay, for other things you need to decide, for example, where is located your license, which is the ICAO of the airport where you want your license to be once is activated, and so on and so forth. So it's very important that the set that you got, then you activate it. Once it's activated, can be used in SimFly, and it's gonna start generating both experience point and packs token for the owner. Other things, we are still working on a tutorial video in YouTube. More new tutorial video are coming out, and also the wiki is getting better and better. More doubts and questions we get from the community, more we try to fill in the wiki and make tutorial video for things that are more difficult to understand. Our final goal is going to use these tutorial videos also inside the website. So in several sections we're gonna put a small icon with the classic play button of the YouTube, and when you need to understand how things work in the section, you just press that and you're gonna see a video explaining things how they are. These also are things that come from the community suggestions, so thank you very much for these things. And now that you have reached this point in the video, there is something I want you to do. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with your friends, okay? You can also find us in other social media like Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, and also in X, which used to be Twitter. Follow us in all the social media, because doing this we grow the community, and with a stronger community you will be able to enjoy a better SimFly experience. Subscribe to the channel, like the video at least, and share it with your friend, okay? Now, where I was? Oh yes, then we had some user a little bit confused on the functioning of missions and milestone flight. A user was saying, that he cannot do the milestone flight because he cannot access the test pilot mission and he would not understand the error message. Now we know the SimFly now is only in English, and this is a big downside. We know also that when people use the Google Translate on the website, not everything works perfectly, because the Google Translate sometimes goes to change part of the codes that need to stay in English. So our commitment is to have the website in multiple languages, and we're gonna try to prioritize the language. Probably we can ask help to the community to help translate everything. This is gonna come as soon as the user marketplace is deployed. We're gonna start working on that. But to make people understand how things work, when somebody joins SimFly and still doesn't have an active license, the only mission they can join is the test pilot mission. When a user doesn't have a license, maybe they bought a license but it's not activated, but when they have a no active license or no license at all, they can only join the test pilot mission. Joining the test pilot mission allows them to earn a little bit of bucks and pile up the experience point that they're going to be assigned to the first license as soon as they get one. So somebody want to join SimFly, start flying in the test pilot mission long enough to make enough PAX token to afford a license, and then once the license is activated, they will not be able to join the test pilot mission anymore, but they can join all any other mission that is being activated by then. At the moment we have unrestricted mission. Very soon we're gonna have the airplane rental mission, and after that more and more kind of mission will be activated. For those you will need a license and maybe a premium membership for some kind of mission and some kind of milestone flight. So when you want to do a milestone flight, you just need to follow the rules that are explained. Don't need to start to activate anything. You need to do that, just read very well which are the conditions to receive the bonus of the milestone flight. If it says that they require a license of a certain level, be sure to be using a license of a certain level. If it says that, it can be played by anyone, doesn't matter what, then it doesn't matter. If it's limited to a certain mission, then you need to use that particular mission to comply with the rules of the milestone flight. And most of all, as soon as the premium membership is going to be rolled out, which is quite soon, you will be, for some mission that have high rewards, have the membership activated. So with an active membership you'll be able to participate also to the milestone flight that have much higher rewards. So this is one of the perks about premium membership, but we're gonna tell you more about premium membership next week. Now, these are pretty much the things that we wanted to clarify until today. There are other doubts, other questions, but those are part of the Ask Me Anything section, which I'm going to enter now. And we're now to the Ask Me Anything section. The Ask Me Anything section of this week is interesting because they were really the last question there available. There is only one left for next week, so go ask question if you have them, ask clarification, offer suggestion, things we want to do in the website. You see the link on the top menu bar, AMA, Q&A, click there and you will be able to ask a question. So the first one we have that we skipped last week because we had doubt on the meaning has been asked by Seshman91, I hope I pronounced it correctly, the 2nd of February 2025 and has 8 votes. Now, I was a little bit perplexed because as everybody must know, I am not a big expert in flight simulation. I am an expert of informatics and computer and cryptography and these things, and that's why I joined SimFly, but I discovered this amazing world of flight simulation. So I don't know all the technical terms. And now I was reading this written by Seshman91. He's writing, I read that when calculating the landing score, the more butter, the better the rating. And here I was confused. What is the butter has to do? Bread and butter? I thought maybe he mistyped butter and it was better. The more better, the better the rating. But then I keep reading and I see, I think we should discourage trying to make the most buttery landings and actually be realistic. So I think it means soft. Okay, in terms of slippery, I don't know what the butter has to do. Somebody enlighten me. But anyway, I take it as if it's referring to soft landing, because it says something that is actually true. Real world pilot aim for -150, -250 feet per minute on landing touchdown. When buttering again the landing too much pose multiple hazards like overshooting the runway or damaging the landing gear will shimmy. Will you guys look into that and aim for realism? Yes. Okay, so the fact that at the moment I think is still the old algorithm. They still calculate lower is the speed of touchdown, let's say, the more better the score of the specific thing, because the full landing score is calculated with many other aspects. But the one part of the landing score is the pitch angle, the landing, the touching, the feet per minute on landing touchdown, as is correctly written here. And at the moment the formula was clearly just smaller the number the better. But what you say is actually true, and we already have a new formula that do not use exactly this. So if there is too much low number in a big airplane that's supposed not to have such a thing, it will penalize it. So it is just going to come out together with all the other things that we are pushing out when we come out with the rental airplane mission, also the subscription for like the power user subscription and so on. So yeah, this is something we absolutely considered, but is not yet in the current formula. Is going to be much better, and then we're gonna discuss that with everybody at the right time. So thank you, Seshman91, for the question. I hope this answered. Question number 2 is being asked by Jampa, the 25th of February, and has 3 votes. Jampa says, good morning. In the marketplace user, will it be possible to sell only airports or also aircraft or licenses? It will be interesting to be able to sell and buy all the available assets that one person owns. I hope many of you will vote for it. I think that's the question, but don't worry, Jampa, you were lucky because there were, even you have 3 votes, that was the only few questions we had in the Ask Me Anything left to answer. And the answer is, yeah, for us was so obvious that every asset can be sold and purchased if they are available to be purchased in the user marketplace. I don't know where the idea the only airport were going to be sold and bought there come out from, but no, the answer is not only you can sell airport, you can sell license, pilot license, you can sell aircrafts, airplanes, that you can sell a much more value than new one, because maybe they're already high up with the level, with the rank, so they are more powerful. But you can also sell the PAX tokens, and this is going to be amazing, because can you imagine? And that's why also some prices are high. Consider a license is quite expensive now, so it's a very difficult entry point for people that want to go seriously in with the SimFly. But why we put the price like this for a new license? For two reasons. First, to give a lot of value to people that want to sell a license that is already second grade, third grade, captain license, gonna be super interesting to have, because the timers are amazing, because the generation of packs is higher, but also because people can buy it using PAX token they purchase from somebody else. So say you are flying a lot, and you have a lot of PAX token earned, and you don't want to use those PAX tokens to buy another airport, another airplane, etc., etc. You can sell the PAX token maybe for 90 cents to the PAX token, so 100 PAX token for $90. And when somebody wants to buy something, rather than using dollars to pay at the checkout, for which they will pay $100, something that costs $100, they rather go in the marketplace and buy your 100 packs for $90 or 80 or 70, depends how crazy you are in selling them, and then use the PAX token to check out with their asset. So a license is gonna cost them much less, because buying packs, they can have a higher purchasing power when they go and use them at checkout. And in this way, Simmer that have flown a lot with SimFly and collected a lot of packs, they can cash out. And can you imagine, you can be with your girlfriend, your wife, your friends at the pizzeria and buy them a dinner with the money that you have earned just by flying with SimFly. And this is how SimFly works, okay? Because many people says, where do the money for paying pilot come from? That's exactly the mechanics. Pilots do something that has a value. By flying, there is not something that everybody can do. They create the value in generated PAX token that they can use or sell. And they increase the value of a set they can use or sell. And when new user joins SimFly and the user marketplace is open, there is going to be a lot of easier onboarding of new users through the user marketplace, because a license will be much better purchased of buying PAX tokens from other users, or buying already a higher level, higher grade, license from another user. And this is the reason also why SimFly is coming out with the premium subscription, because we need to pay the servers, we need to keep developing new functionalities, and we need to get money somewhere. So this is going to be how we shift, all the people that supported us until now in the implementation of SimFly, they supported us by buying assets that were in the marketplace and on sale only by SimFly. And now that these things is gonna shift moving to users, then SimFly shift the business model into subscription. So as soon as the subscription rolls out, please, you all, if not for us but to support SimFly, go there and subscribe. And also invite your friends, other people somewhere else to join SimFly, because bigger the community, better it is for everybody. Okay, sorry Jampa if I hijacked your question to explain these things about SimFly to everybody, but it was a very good opportunity. Question number 3 is asked by Simon X6, the 24th of February 2025, has only 2 votes, but as I said before, there were no other questions left in the Ask Me Anything. We have only 5, so we answer 4 of them. And Simon X6 says, sorry, but I speak Italian, which is a much more precise language than English. Okay, I agree. I'm Italian, and Italian has more vocabulary and more grammar. But then you keep going in English, so I don't know. It's good for you that you speak Italian. What can I say? And he says, but what do you mean by active license? Do you mean the session in which I am currently online, or you mean the flight license as a document? This message confuses me. You cannot access this mission because you have one or more active pilot licenses. And this is what I referred to earlier for people that is watching the whole video. This is the confusion that is given by language. That's why probably our friends start saying that he speaks Italian, meaning I don't speak English well, but the message, the error message that you receive, is indicating that you are trying to enter the test pilot mission when you have active licenses. As I said before, when a user has purchased a license and activated it, at that point he can only use the unrestricted mission or any other mission that is going to be active after that. So when you are in SimFly with an active license, the test pilot mission cannot be accessed anymore. That's exclusively for those that don't have an active license. So when we talk about you having active pilot license, we mean that you purchase a license and somehow somebody gave it to you, or you got a coupon and got it for free, I don't know. But you have a license and you activated it. At the point, there are things that you cannot do anymore, like entering the test pilot mission. And it's for good, because the bucks earned there are very little. So you want to go to the unrestricted flight that pays more bucks, and very soon to the airplane rental flight, unless there are different kind of restrictions there. I hope this answers your question, Simon X6. Question number 4. Question number 4 is being asked by Simon X6 again. February 24, 2025, he has 2 votes, and Simon X6 asks, where do I know that I have the active resources? How do I deactivate and reactivate resources? This site is confusing between resources, licenses, and sessions. They are 3 very different things, and the messages make you confused. Can you explain me how a pilot with a level 1 license activates a milestone flight? And I click on test pilot because it says that you cannot access because you have one or more active license. I only have 1 license. Surely the site is wrong in communicating, or is a bug. Alright, as I was saying before, and I'm gonna reiterate it, is just a misunderstanding in the message, okay? So let me answer all your questions one by one. Where do you know about your assets? So let's first of all define the vocabulary. Assets can be a license or more, an airplane or more, an airport or more, and PAX token are also assets if you want. Assets are what you can buy in the marketplace and you own, and so they are yours, and as you use they have a function for you and you can resell them. Those are the assets. Most of the time we refer specifically to licenses, airplane and airports, okay? Those are the key assets of SimFly. If you go to your setting page, there are on the left menu a few tabs related to your asset. One is the new asset. Those are the assets that you just purchased, but they are not active yet, okay? Assets in that space should stay very little time, okay? Maybe the time for you to be sure that you want it, because once you're activated you cannot return it anymore, and maybe the time for you to understand how to use it. But once you activate, there is a button on the asset that says activated, so you assign a tail number to your airplane, you can do what is taking to activate the asset, and then they're disappearing from the page and they move to the active assets. In the active assets you can see all the assets and do some operation. For example, you want to relocate a license from an airport to another, an airplane from an airport to another. Why you can do that? because there are going to be missions where you need to leave from a certain airport, and your license and your airplane must be in the airport, else you cannot use them. So you cannot fly out of an airport where your license is not present. To do that, you need to fly to the airport or go in the asset management and relocate the license or the airplane. There it is. But this for other, you can always see in the wiki all the explanation, okay? Licenses are one of the assets, because you ask, you say, how do I deactivate and reactivate resources? No, once resource is activated, cannot be deactivated anymore. So once your license is active, start having an history. Means that you start collecting experience point. We have in the logbook, but also in the page of the asset, all this history of the flight errors done, etc., etc. And if you sell this asset to another user, you will still keep seeing the history of the asset with the other user as well. So an airplane can have 5 owners, but you always gonna see the history from the day it's being created till today. So once an asset has been activated, cannot be deactivated anymore, okay? So you say the confusion between resources, licenses, and sessions. Session, I will guess, is just since you log in until you are connected is a session. I don't have reference of the use of the word session in SimFly. Maybe you want to tell me where you read that, I can clarify. And so now you know the assets, what they are. Resources are the resources that you can use to make so the fact that there are airport available to land, airplane, you know, you can use a bank airplane if you don't have an airplane to fly. Obviously you are not gonna earn any PAX token, but soon you're gonna be able to rent somebody else airplane in order to fly, and so on and so forth. Okay, so you ask also, can you explain me how a pilot with a level 1 license activate a milestone flight? So milestone flight do not need to be activated. If you want to do a milestone flight, you just need to do exactly what the milestone flight tells you that need to be done. So if you look in the milestone flight, it's gonna tell this kind of information. From what airport you need to take off and what airport you need to land. Sometimes can be the same, so you can take a flight around and come back in the same airport. Other times you can go either directions. Other time you need to follow a precise direction. Other time there is one airport to take off and 3 different airports as a destination, and vice versa. You can start from any airport in the world and you must land in a specific airport. So these are the rules of from where to where. Then it says what category airplanes can participate. So you need to fly with a certain kind of airplane that match the requirement of the milestone mission. Then it tells if somebody with no license, so somebody can do this using the test pilot because they have no license, can participate, or is the mission only for people with the pilot license? In the case, there is also written which are the pilot license that can participate. Sometimes pilot license only of a high grade can participate. Then it tells you if you have to be like a registered, subscribed monthly, you know, power user. I still have to get to the terminology for that, but you know, subscribe to the advanced kind of things, so you'll be able to access a special mission. So if there is a milestone flight only for subscribed users and you're not subscribed, even if you do what is written, you're not gonna get your bonus. But when in the mission you actually press start and fly, and these are the missions, the milestone fly is just, there is a system that look, everybody is flying around and extract from everybody flying those that match the particular milestone flight, and to those you're gonna get the badge and you're gonna get the extra experience point, whatever is the price that the milestone flying give. It can be a fixed amount of PAX, a fixed amount of experience point, or a percentage on top of what you're earning with your own flight, etc., etc. So you do not need to answer your question to activate any milestone flight, but you simply need to follow the rules of what is written there. If you click on test pilot, because it says that you can access, because if you click on test pilot and you have one or more active license, you cannot access to test pilot. That's exactly what it says. You can access because you have active licenses. So with active licenses you can only do the unrestricted flight, soon the airplane rental flight, and then a pilot day, etc, etc. All the other missions are gonna come out in the future. So there is no bug. It's a matter of reading very well and understanding what is written, and soon we are going to translate everything in many other languages. So I hope this answered your question, Simon X6, and with this we have finished all the Ask Me Anything questions. So thank you for watching. As usual, please follow us in social media. We are more people in Telegram. It's an interesting place, and you can join, if you have Telegram, also the channel of SimFly there. And as I always say, SimFly, take off and get more.